Hello everyone, if you are completely new to designing projects on a challenging slopey terrain in ArchiCAD 26, this video has it all. Let's go together step by step and construct a virtual building on this complex site 3D model provided in the link below. I will share my design approach, workflow tricks and tips to overcome the challenges we encounter along the way and ultimately achieve great results. Please make sure you check the video contents below to navigate the stages of the process. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like and share this video with anyone you think might find it useful. Without any further ado, let's get started. Let me share with you the workflow if you want to follow along with this tutorial. I use normally a lot shortcut or keyboard shortcuts to speed up my process. So the shortcut to move elements within the file is Control D. Control D is just to drag or move. In ArchiCAD is the same thing. And then there's Control Shift D is to move a copy or to duplicate. And I have Control M mirroring, and Control Shift M is to mirror a copy. So those are the mainly keyboard shortcuts that I use more often in my workflow. So, and again with the template, I use MS Beam professional template. If you want to get this template, just check on the link on the description. I use it to speed up the whole process because it has majority of saved preset with the highest quality of graphics and physical appearance. So it's normally I use it to drag the time I'm spending in the project by 50%, like for real. So yeah, it's, if you don't have a template, I recommend you to have a template. If you don't know how to create a template, or if you don't want to start a template from scratch, you can get this template, MS Beam 2023, and then customize it to your own taste, because you're not starting from scratch, you're just changing few items there just to be relevant to your standards. So if you go to file and then open the library manager, you would find there's an MS Beam 2023 Pro template project. It can be a library or it's a template project. We use it as a library. It's a PLA file. This PLA file has presets of elements stored with the data to avoid repetition of settings in tasks like setting the graphic and physical appearance of elements, things like that. They dramatically reduce your time of carrying out a project. So it has also have the favorite settings as well stored in it. If you go to window and then under palettes, if you bring in favorites, we have tons of favorites of each project element, stored, arranged, organized in a manner that is according to the hierarchy of assembling a project in construction, from your substructure, superstructure to finishes. All the disciplines are included. You have everything. So this is the game changer in speeding up the project's time in this case. So that's basically what I'm going to use to carry out this exercise. So if I zoom here, that's basically where I'm going to place the project. So I already have the source markers for elevation and section placed there. As you can see, they're in red because of the template. By default, this template comes like that, but you can also change this on the graphic override combination at the bottom here. If you click on that, tons again of graphic overrides combination for your floor plan presentations, as you can see. So we have different styles like that. Okay, and then if we check on 3D, this is the mesh that I was using to demonstrate the tutorial of how to capture or extract controls from Google Earth into ArchiCAD. Remember the previous tutorial? So this was produced there. So now I'm going to use it for this project. So let's check in 3D. It's like that. So another important, especially when you're dealing with project of this magnitude, you would want to set your lighting accurately to appreciate surfaces and elements within your file. So if you go to view and then 3D view options, 3D projection settings, you can change the azimuth of your file or your scene. Let's, for example, say 150 degrees, and then this I'll say 45. It will change the light angles and the lighting of your scene like that. And then another important thing is to go back again under 3D view options. This time around we're gonna go to 3D styles. Under OpenGL shading with controls, we can decide to uncheck or to remove the controls on or the edges of our model to remain with smooth edges like this. Looks interesting, right? Perfect. So, but for the modeling purposes, I'm gonna leave it on because we're gonna use it that to define our. Let's go back 3D view options and 3D styles. Let's make it show. Hit OK, just like that. Right, and then you can also set the override to be maybe black and white. Okay, so that's basically the entire controls, that entire mesh of the controls that we extracted from Google Earth. So our project is going to be located on this tip of the mountain here. So it's going to be overlooking towards the road here underneath. So let's see how we can approach modeling in ArchiCAD for or in a slopey terrain. So first thing that we're going to start with doing the site activities. So we're going to have a road, the main road, and the access to the site. Let's go to the floor plan view. So in ArchiCAD, in recent versions, we have these tabs that are important for us to navigate our file. They are the same as you do from the view map or project map. So in this case, if I open an elevation here, it will give you a tab of an elevation there. So which is, I think it's also to speed up and give you the maneuvering of, you see, it's there. Okay, and then again in this template, you can see all presets are here. It's ready to extract drawings from your project model. So let's do this. Let's start without wasting any time. So the first thing to do is to draw or to make the road and access to the site. The first thing that I'll do, I'll use a slab tool. Let's pick a slab tool, and then let's scroll our wheel on the info box, set the height of the slab to 200, and then make sure the material is on concrete like that. And let's draw by using a rectangular geometry method and draw a side boundary, more like a side plot extents. I'll use maybe, no, for this I think let's leave it now. For that, we'll do it in later stage. What we need to do is to do the access, or can I just do a platform? When we need to have a road here that comes all the way to there, and then have access from that. So I'm going to use under the documents, let's open the documents and then find the spline tool. I'm going to just drag like that and draw it. Let's select it, and then if we click on one of the points on the pet palette will pop out. Let's offset all edges, and I'm going to say it's a 15 meters. Oh, sorry about that. Like I said, for example, we want to offset a copy instead of the whole line. I'm gonna just do the same again. To add a copy while in the process, you hit control in your keyboard like that, your cursor, it will be a plus, and then you can key in the value, which is 15 meters wide road. Okay, and then I'm going to fill this with a slab, and for ArchiCAD to fill, I would need to close off. Let me just take this and Control Shift D in your keyboard to drag a copy to somewhere here. What I would do, I'll pick a line tool, close off this side, and then I'll close off this side so that I can have a region within this. So that in this here I can now pick a slab tool and fill this by space bar hold in your keyboard to activate the magic wand tool. As you can see, if you click on that, click on hold, and then click on the space, it says region not found around this point. It's because now I've cut, I need to show the whole drawing needs to be within the range of the screen. So I'll just do this and then try to do it again. Let's zoom in a bit, zoom in again. Yeah, these are one of the challenges we find when we're dealing with big projects. So in this case, let me say I'm going to click on this one, right? And then from here I'll select the mesh or the concrete, and then I'm going to find on the pad palette by clicking one of the points there. Let's find subtract from polygon. I'm going to use this line in by holding and press the space bar to activate the magic wand, and then click to trim off that. You can see we have a challenge here. It didn't fill up all the way to there, but this we can try edit manually by picking this point, and then let's move this point to there. It's kind of tedious, but hey, it's important for us to do this. And then I can convert this into an arc. Let me see. Yes, convert also this one. I think now it looks accurate. Let me move this point to here. Again, move this one as well there. This one to there. By all means, try to avoid too many points within your file, because this point is unnecessary. You can kill it. Same applies to this one. All right, and then let's set this to I don't like the feel for this. I can go to the floor plan section from the info box and then switch off or uncheck the cover fill. All right, let's take now our road element by clicking on the drag tool or Control D in your keyboard. Let's move it to the place like that. Okay, it's not that accurate because we didn't use I can align it the way I want, so not a big of a problem. Let's find where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be where, maybe here. Let's see. I think it's accurate. Let's just leave it there. We can get rid of the lines. Okay, for the sake of this demonstration, let's click delete these ones as well. So if we check on 3D, you'd find your slab. Let's just move it to the sea level. Like that. I think I need to move it again up a bit, and then make the thickness more than a meter. Let me make it 2.5. I want all the surfaces of the mesh, of the element, to cover the mesh. If you know what I'm trying to achieve, something like this. Okay, yeah, I think it goes all the way. Let's see the side. Is it affecting the surface of the mesh? No, we need to drop it down. Let's drop it down so that it can sink into the mesh. Drag it again. All right, now I can stretch the height of the mesh, I mean the slab, the road, like that. I want it to go across Perfect. Okay, so we're going to have another road from here that branches off here to the side. So I'm just going to use the same approach. Go to documents and find the spline tool, and this one is going to be something like that, and then boom, to the side. We can readjust again the points for our spline to find a perfect, and we can add a point on your curve like that to have more control, something like this. Let's pick one of the points and offset the edges. Click Control to add a copy. Let's make the road 9 meters. Right, and I'm going to pick a line tool, close it off here. Let's keep it there, and I'm gonna keep it there as well. Select the polyline and lines, drag a copy, Control Shift D, and place it here. Let's pick the parameters of this road to apply to this. So I'm going to use Alt in your keyboard to activate pick parameter tool, and then Control Alt. No, I don't need to inject, because what I need to do is to activate the magic wand and place. It complains about the region as well. I don't know why. There we go. I could click on the edge or on the line to place it, but it's not that accurate because I would need to subtract the extent of the material. In this case, let's select it and then pick one of the points, activate the polygon, subtract polygon, and then activate the magic wand on your space bar and click on this line. There's a problem here. Okay, now let's pick this point by using the move node. Move it to one of the points here. Control D to drag this to the position. Paste it here. Okay, make sure there is a perfect connection here. Normally you would have more like an arc on your joint or on your connection, but for this, let's just leave it like the way it is, then show it on 3D. I think we need to increase the size of the height of our road to go all the way. We want to have it projecting from the mesh. Let's stretch it again, something like this. Okay, now we're going to select the mesh and right click to bring solid element operation, and then let's pick this. I think I need to, before I do this exercise, let's make a copy of our mesh. Let's make a copy and then copy with the same point, right? And then let's Control L to bring the layer settings. I'm going to create another layer for the site and landscape. Let's say new. I can rename this so that I can copy the value of the name of that, and I'll hit on new. Paste this one. I would say copy, because, and then I would always keep it hidden. Make sure under the MS beam all layer combination it's hidden, even on floor plans. I think here should be active. On floor plans it has to be off. Yeah. Oh, let's go back, Control L, and then let's bring the all elements. Let's select the copy and then assign it to the site landscape terrain copy. Okay, so now it's hidden. So what we can do here, we have a target. We have a target of a mesh on our solid element operation. We need to have these two roads as operator, and then we're going to use the operation for subtraction, intersection. And then if you hit execute, no, I think either it's the other way around. The mesh has to be the operator, and then the two roads should be target, and then we intersect. Okay, so now you can see our road are embedded into our mesh like that. Okay, pretty interesting. So what we need to do now, because you see there's a lot of cluttering of surfaces, what you need to do is to select these roads as an operator, and then the mesh as a target, and we're changing the operation to subtraction with upward extrusion, and then hit execute, so that we can have a clean surface of our road like that. Okay, right. I think I went far because our site was supposed to be here, but anyway, let's see. That's fine. Okay, let's close off the solid element operation window, and we are starting now to do the design. But in every project or design, I start with a sketch. For this case is a demonstration. I've prepared of or downloaded some images of a project that we're going to use. Is from ArchiCAD. I'm not sure with the name of the architect. I don't know, it's Tobias or what, but you bear with me with the name of the architect. Let's just drag and drop the plan for that project. So in ArchiCAD, to bring the image to the file, is just drag and drop. There's nothing special or technical about that. Let's just drag and drop like that. Here we have our image. So in situation whereby elements are on top of each other, like here, selection is going to be a problem. You need to be smart. The solution to this is by tabbing or hitting the tab tool or the tab key in your keyboard like that. It will highlight all the elements that are under the hierarchy of that cursor. In this case, I'll select the drawing like that. Let me right click and then let's right click and then bring this to front so that we avoid a challenge of selecting. Now you can see I can just hit the drawing instantly and then it selects. Okay, from here let's drag this to the position and try orientate it the way we want. I'm gonna move it here. I'll place it there, something like here would work. I think yeah, something like that. But before we are bothered with the position of the project, we need to rescale or scale this to reference. I would find one element to scale with the reference for. In this case, I would go with the staircase, or if I had a door, internal door, I could use the standard. Even this openings, I can guess the same applies to here. It's 700. Let's hit Control K to bring in the resize window or command, and then we can pick these 2 points that we want to reference. So from this point to that point, it's a wardrobe or closet. Let's make it 700. Yes, now we have our drawing onto scale, so I can now move on and position the way I want, like so. I think something like that. I want it to, because this is the highest point of this area, this side will be falling down, so our project will be both on the highs and then on the lows. That's the important part of this exercise, the approach to this kind of situation. Okay, so the first thing now to do is to place a platform for the building. So I'm going to use a slab tool. Let's go to design tool and pick your slab tool. In this case, I'm changing it to 150, which is the height, or let's make it 200. Make it 200 and make sure the layer is what? Sorry about that, I was editing the mesh instead of slab. Sorry about that. Okay, let's select the slab tool. These are things that you need to be careful with. You can activate the tool here, and then you see the info box doesn't change or doesn't give you the parameters for that particular tool you've selected. It's because there will be an element selected on the file, so you have to escape to cancel the selection first. That's when you can now activate the tool and access the parameters for that particular tool in the info box. So in this case, I want the slab to be 200 thick, and I want to change, the layer should be on slab floor. If you look at the hierarchy of the layer that comes with this template, it's been derived as well from the system of construction. So you're starting with A, which is substructure. Your substructure elements are grouped within the category or some folders. Again, I don't know guys, I'm using ArchiCAD 26. You can also use or to navigate your layers using some subfolders like this, and then you can access all those folders. I have substructure, annotation, superstructure, just like that. It gives me a clean and efficient way of managing my layers without having any difficulties. Okay, so I'm going to draw the platform. So I'm going to, from here to the part, because it's a sketch, I would want to round off my dimensions. In this case, it says 12 meters by 23 meters. Let's just go for 12 meters and 23 meters in your keyboard. Hit OK. I think I'm off a little bit. What I can do is to stretch, select the slab, and then click on the edge. I can offset the edge by, let's say, by 550. And then I'll offset this edge by 450. Okay, now I'm pretty sure and happy that I'm using the right dimensions. If you check on 3D, oh, it's not showing because it's on the highest point. So what we need to do is let's set this to, we can check the value for this contour, and then we use it to reference our slab height. Let's see, if we click on the point and then go to elevate mesh point, this is the height for this area. I'll right click and copy the value, and then let's select our slab, paste it there, hit enter. Let's see, there we go, we have our slab in place like that. Okay, so pretty nice stuff. Right, I think here we're gonna have our parking, and then you walk to the side. Let's go back to the plan view, and we start now doing some foundations. Let's see first. Okay, let's go for the foundations now. Because it's a suspended site, what I'm going to do is to have some pile foundation. I'm going to use the same folder. Let's pick the parameter of the same slab by alt hold in your keyboard. This tool will be active. Let's click on the slab, and then before I do that, I need to place some grids in order to manage this. Let's go down. I can collapse the design tool and then go to the documents. Let's find the grid tool, or you can just click on the arrow. It will give you the saved grids there. Let's click on that, then bring it there and draw the grids like that. Select this grid, move it to the edge here, and then I want to make it a good distance, which is 1.2, something like that. And then I want to run multiple copies going down like that. I'll use this multiply tool, and then make sure the operation is drag. The graphical input, let's go for the increment and spread. Hit OK. Let's select the grid, and then we're going to key in a value of the spacing between of our grids. So in this case, I think 5.2 will be fine, like that. And then you can run our grids like this. Okay, we need to have an extra grid for the staircase wall, but before we do that, let me select all the grids and group them to take advantage of the selection. Now I can select this one and move it to here. I think it should be the size of the should be the width of the staircase. Let's try the copy, make it 1.5. Okay, let's go for vertical grids. I can rotate a copy by Control Shift E in your keyboard. Let's rotate a copy of this grid like that, then move it to the place for this wall. Then I can drag a copy by hitting Control in your keyboard to add a copy. Let's move it here around, I would say 7 meters, relatively closer to 7 meters. We can have an extra in the center point, in the midpoint, which is going to be 3.5. Right. Okay, let's just number our scale. This will be 01, 02, 03. I know there's a rule of how to name the grids, guys. If you know how which one the numbers are going vertical or is the letters, let me know in the comment section. Is it vertical numbers or letters are the ones that go vertical? Let me know. I'm always confused about this. So we're gonna have A, this is going to be B, this is going to be B, that one C, D, and F. Pretty cool. Oh, we have the last grid here, which is G. Let's make it this one, let's make it 1.3 or 1.350. No, it's fine, let me leave it here, and it's going to be grid G. Okay, so we have our grids. Let's try to have them visible on 3D. We need to paste the offset. I'm gonna select all of them. If you want to select all similar, using the criteria of selecting all similar elements once. For example, I can select the tool of the grid and then hit Control A. It will select all the elements that are under this selected tool in the tool palette. And then what I can do is let's just group, and do we have offset height for the grid? The base height here, yeah, here it is, and I'm going to paste this value of our contour so that on 3D we can start to see our grid there. Okay, let's say no override. I don't know why our grids are not dotted, but anyway, that is not the case now. Okay, so now we have our grids. We can start our foundation work, our footing work. I'm going to have let's go back to the floor plan view, and we're going to have the pile, like I said, pile foundation. So let's pick the parameter of the slab, and then I'm going to draw. Which one is better? You can use the same slab or use a column. I think for this exercise, let's go for columns instead of a slab. I'll say go to design, let's pick column, set open its settings, the segment, I'm gonna make it 690. Let me just make it a meter by meter, and then the height will be 2.1. let's say 2002 meters, and then the offset value here, let's paste that value there for that the height of our contour, and then hit OK. Let's find, would have another grid here, or we can let's just place it on the 3D. Right, we're gonna have a column here, and let's drop it down a bit, down under the slab, okay, something like that. I can let's change, I don't know why the structure is like this. Let's just go for switch off the veneer, and then let's change the material. It's been overridden. Let's change that to a concrete material. Okay, so now I can run a multiple copy of this. It doesn't show on the layout, and we need to see it, because even if we say foundation it won't show here because of the level. We can right click on the level. I don't know, maybe before what I wanted to say is, if you open the story settings, we can set the value of, or the heights of our net according to the height of our contours. Right, so to achieve that, I think this guy needs to be stretched first to the, click on these points and stretch them all the way like that. Okay, my point was, let's open in 3D. The height for the slab is going to be ground floor, right? And the ground floor currently for the template by default, it's set to 0. I don't know if you understand, but that's what we want to have our ground floor set to be 0. I don't know how to approach this, but I'll rather leave it the way it is like that. But the issue will be, which view of this will be set to ground floor? That's another problem. So if you come here on the ground, okay, let's leave it like this. I'm gonna move the source markers accordingly to the drawing, and then make sure they are positioned well. Right, single place to this one, move it to there, because we are going to use these views to model our project. There will be parts that we cannot appreciate well in plain view, so you need your section, your elevation view to achieve that. Okay, oh, this needs to be dragged. I normally want everything to be clean and tight, so I'll align all my elevation markers to be on the same point. So even this one, I'll hold shift in your keyboard so that I can use the other one as a reference, like that. And then with that, I know that everything is aligned cleanly. That's my approach. Okay, now we want to multiply our footing to the other areas, but we can still pick, we can do it on 3D, and we can select our footing. Then if you select one of the points or the midpoint, I can run a multiple copy by hitting on multiply, and then still we're gonna drag and using increment and spread. Hit OK. Let's pick on this point. We're going to, oh sorry, let's zoom in. I don't know if you can able to see the points. This, and then we go all the way like that. It's not, yeah. Let's see. Let's confirm. Yes, it's fine. Right, and then I can now do what? Control G to group all this. Then I can Control G and group all this, guys. Okay, perfect. This side will be using pile foundation, and then this side is going to be just slab sitting on the ground. Okay, that's the approach that I'm going to use for this project. You can also use a deck, steel deck to support your project. Let's change the material for the slab to be timber. I'm gonna go with flooring. No, not this one. Let's find siding deck, timber decking. But this is not also what I'm looking for. Let's find something interesting. Oh, okay. Let's just hit OK. I think this is much better. All right, so we can now start doing our superstructure, modeling our superstructure. So let's go back to the floor plan view, and then what I want here is to set a composite, because this is more like a timber structure. So let's set a composite for our wall. A composite is a composition or the layering of the skins of our wall. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the options, element attributes, and open the composites. Here we would have to add or create a composition that will be used for our walls. If you look at this template, we have already created some there that we can use for timber. Let's check for this one. I think we have no, we don't have for timber. We can create from scratch. Let's see, create from scratch. Wall start. Okay, here they right. So now I've seen what we can use. Wall siding. Yeah, let's go with this one, then hit OK. So I need to activate the wall tool. Make sure the wall siding, it's activated, and then I'm going to use the geometry method of chained so that I can continually draw this. Let's see, I think let's create our own. Let's for now place and create our own. Let's use this one. I don't know why it's I'm looking for something here. Let's see, yeah, this one, and then we use the outside edge. Click on this point. Oh, let's use the inside. You can use again this tab to turn on and out the reference line. Okay, now we can go clockwise. Let's do this. I could use a rectangle to draw this, but I already committed with chained method. Right, let's move on to the internal part. Here I'm gonna just use internal. Let's go for start. Let's go for the starts. Use the outer face and draw it like that. Okay. Same applies to this one. Turn off the reference to the outside and do that. Move on to this one as well. To here, right click and hit OK to complete. Where again we need walls, so I'm going to start here, turn in the reference line, do the same to here. Okay, right click, hit OK. We have a little set here. All right, you check on 3D because they are now where from 0 we need to set the value to as equivalent to our contour height. So I'll select the wall tool and hit Ctrl A to select all the elements and then paste it here, hit enter. Now it should be visible to your 3D. If it's not, maybe it's because of wall layer should be, everything is active. They're not showing, I don't know why. Okay, so to rectify this issue, I'm going to pick the MyQ and MyQ only half, cutting across our project and hit F5. Okay, here it's our walls, they are on 0 if I'm not mistaken. So this is our structure, the walls are under. So we need to select these guys and paste the height. Oh, it's because they are restricted to that particular view, so it's going to be challenging to move them up. So I'm going to say home story, we're going to have a problem here. Okay, let's project it from here, then paste. Yes, we must be now seeing them. Let's MyQ only this area, show this on 3D. We still have walls that are remaining, I don't know why. Go back, paste, enter. Alright, now pretty sure we have everything here. Okay, right click and show the MyQ. This is basically what we have. So our walls from the outside are timber cladding, and we need to reflect that from our surfaces. Okay, let's set this, right click and open, select the wall and right click. Let's open the composite profile, which is edit select composite profile. So we want the outside, instead of a plaster lime, we want it to be the wood finish, or the new tech cladding, some kind of finish. So let's go for wood, flooring, wood sheeting. Okay, went from their side. Let's redo. I think we need to change. Let's go back. This one is supposed to be a plaster line, and then this is the one that's supposed to be changing to timber. Let's go for wood, to a wood, plywood or sliding, something like this. I could also override the surface. I could also override the surface of this. Let's do that. Select, open its settings. Let's come here on the model. I want to override the inside because it's the other way around. And then let's find wood siding vertically. I think this would work. All right. Oh, because this is not on them, I think I need to load the MS Beam Pro library. Let's find library. I'll quickly load the library. Library. Version 26. There we go. There's a big file. It's more than 600 megabytes. It will take a bit of a time to load. There we go. It's around 600. Let's load it. Maybe it will. Otherwise, because it's missing this texture, so I need to locate the folder for the texture if I want to get rid of it. So let's find another one. Maybe this. Okay. Or I can find a texture from the internet that could resemble what I want to achieve. Let me do that. Let's bring textures here, and then this is what I use for my textures, textures.com. Then I can find wood cladding. Let's go for wood cladding. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Straight away I found wood planks. This is what I was looking for. Okay, let's come here and download the map. Let's download here. Okay, I can go for this one as well, because these are PBR materials, so you'd have to load them, but in this case I don't need. ArchiCAD doesn't support PBR materials, so let's find, is this open? Something like this. I could check other alternative as well. Let's go cancel this, and then maybe this might look what we're looking for. Download as well. Yeah, once we have our downloads, let's go back to our ArchiCAD and set a new, I think let me sort out with that one. So let's go back to the settings, and I'm going to use the one that was refusing to, where is it? Is it TF? Is it decking? No, it's not. It's side and medium. No, it's not this one. It's not this one, right? This one is, Yeah, it's this one. Or what? Okay, let me just leave it the way it is. We leave this one. I think it's also good. Seeing this is an interesting one. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the roof. The roof part. So let me go to the ground floor and then go to the design tool part. Let's activate the roof tool, and then we're gonna use two plane roof. So to achieve two plane roof, we can use single plane and then mirror a copy, or use multiple plane, then remove the two planes. So let's just see what I'm trying to say. For this, let's hide the layer. So let me just do it on 3D as well. I can achieve it here. Activate the roof, then pick this point, and then that point. Right. Okay, now let's kill two planes. I think we're killing this one. I'm gonna pick this point and then use the stretch horizontal ridge to the 0 like that. Move to the other side, do the same thing. Let's move it to 0 here. Then I'm going to change the pitch to maybe 23. No, it's not the pitch. This is not the pitch. The pitch is here. Is it 23? I know, so it's even 30, 36. Apply to custom. Right. Oh, okay. It went back to, I could have said, let's do this. I could have said apply to custom instead of, keep to custom. Okay, perfect. I think it has to be maybe 40. Keep to custom, something like this. And then the edge of the roof has to be in line with the wall. So that's what I need to address. I'll pick the edge of this and then offset the edge relatively to the edge of the roof. Same applies to the other side. Okay, the roof. Oh, click and there. Right, something like this. And then also on this area as well. I think here we would have to do it on 3D. On the floor plane. And we're going to have a challenge to see the roof plane here as well. I'm gonna open its settings. Let's key into the, okay, it's on the roof plane. Let's go to the roof plane. Maybe we see it. There we go. Let's offset this edge to the wall, both sides as well. Right. Okay, don't worry about this blue part. We can change because it is by default, it comes as an insulation material. This is because normally our workflow, we use this element or the roof tool as an insulation. It's very exciting because we're using goodies to apply our roof finish, and then this will act as a membrane for insulating our roof. So we can now treat this gables by, let's suspend the groups and then extend the height of these two walls. Let's pick parameter of this wall and then inject it to this so that they can be like this. So I'm going to use the roof to trim them off. So there are two ways of doing that. You can use solid element operation, or just select the roof like this and then right click, then find connect, and where is it, and trim element to roof. Then you select the roof like that. select the side that remains. Oh, didn't. Okay, let's right click and go to connect, bring solid element operation. The roof is going to be the operator. These two walls, they're going to be the target, and then operation is going to be subtraction with upper extrusion, and then hit extrude, execute like that. Let's close off the window. Perfect. This is basically what we have, and let's start to apply the finish now. The finish for the roof. But before I apply the finish, I want us to do the structure first. Let's go back to the roof plane and right click on it. Right click on it, and I want us to split into planes. But before we do that, let's go to the design and design extras. Roof extras, roof maker. We want to create some roof wizards. So these are the standards of our region, standards of timber. I think I'll leave it the way it is. Everything here is fine. The beams, the tie beam as well. Hit OK. It will now apply this to our roof. We can check on 3D. That's basically what it is. And then what remains now is the pale lines. Let's place the pale lines. Pale lines, I'm going to use object. There's an object, multiple buttons. Let's search for buttons. Search for buttons. It's not there in the library. What? How do you spell buttons? Instead of B-A-R, it's B-A-T. B-A-T. Yes, buttons for roof tile. Okay, so I'm gonna set this into 38 by, let me just do it 40 by 40, the size of one pale line. Okay, and then the roof is 40 degrees. I think everything is fine from here. Yeah, you can see. Let's place the object, select the object, and rotate it, stretch the edges like that to there, and then you can click on this one to stretch to the whole side like that. Let's check on 3D. Oh, the value of it is down. There we go. We need to paste. Let's copy the value of the roof, the offset of the roof, which is this. Right click, copy, select the object is there, right click and paste, enter. There you go. Oh, we need to mirror or take it to the other side. Let's come here, just move it to this side, then we mirror, Control Shift M to mirror a copy to the other side like that. So in 3D we have something like this. So if you are not happy with the position of the roof buttons, as I can see they are not, I can use a section to position this. Let's open this section, right click on it, and then open with the current view settings. So because it's supposed to be here, the top there. Right. Okay. Let's say this, move it to the edge like that. Same to the side as well. No, it's supposed to be on top of the truss, not the membrane. Like that. Check on 3D. That's how it's supposed to be. And then this blue membrane has to be on in between because it's being supported by the pale line. So it's supposed to be in between the rafters and the pale line. So go back to the section, take this to the top, and then let's reduce the thickness to maybe 5. Then we need to move it a bit. Something like this. Okay, if we check on a 3D, that's basically how it should be done. And if I want this to be more like transparent, what I can do is to change the surfaces, override the surfaces to maybe a glass material, glass blue, dark blue, and then link all the surfaces, something like this. Okay, sounds great. I think here I need to have a bit of, oh, that's the pair line. So this we need to, that's after we need to get rid of it, but we need it, right? We need that. I know why. Let's see on this direction. Yeah, we both need them. So what I'm going to do is select this 2, then move it by half. I'll do the same to this area as well. Let's move by half. If you go back to 3D, it will give you this feel, which is nice. Okay, I think we also need to solve the issue of you see there's a gap here, so I need to extend this underside the roof. Pick parameters of that and transfer it to the other wall like that. Good. Okay, so now let's apply the finish to our roof structure. I'll select the roof and right click to split the roof into single planes, then hit OK. So let's select now the 2 planes and go to design. I'm going to use goodies, ArchiCAD goodies. Go to design and design extras, accessories, roof accessories. We're going to use the roof surfacer. If you don't access this roof accessor library, you need to load the accessory library from the library manager. I have it loaded already. Here it is. Just go to the program files. If you install the goodies plugins, you'd have this under your local disk program files, and it will be located under Graphisoft ArchiCAD library. So make sure you do that. So let's go to the design and design extra, accessories, roof accessories, roof surfacer. Let's come here by the roof surfacer settings. I'm going to change this to be what is the stainless steel is fine. It's going to be detailed, and the distance between the pair line and the surfacer should be I'm gonna use 5. Which way? This one is 3. Where is 3? 3 is this one. I've used 40 by 40, which is fine, and I'm going to get rid of the background. The fill pen will be some gray color. The contour, I'm gonna go also for gray color. Yeah, no, I don't think I need to fill. That's fine. Let's change the layer to, let's type for roof finish. Hit OK. There we go. Now you will have your object applied like that, and together I can select it. Let's change, go back to the settings, change the surface to something metallic iron, like, oh sorry, okay, something like. So now you can see it's sinking on the truss, on the pair line, so I need to raise it a bit again. So let's say I'm going to select this 2, and I'm gonna make 3, maybe 45. 45 is still less. Let's go for 50. Yes, 50 is super. All right, now it looks great. It looks great, but I'm not happy with the, I think it's fine. Let me just leave it the way it is. It is fine. Okay, so now I need to change, I need to fix the, this rafter. These 2 rafters, they have to be the size of, let's see if we can say, go to settings. This is going to be the size of the panel of the feature board. So I'm going to say 180, something like this. It looks great. Do the same to the side so that we can cover this gap between the, that is being created by the roofing finish. Let's go for 180. Right. Okay, now let's go for the openings. I think we downloaded the textures, we haven't used it. Let's go to the element attributes and open the surfaces, and I would look for something under timber decking, right? Timber wood. Let's for timber floor, timber decking. Create new. I'll duplicate this, and then make it timber cladding. Oh, my spelling. Right, timber cladding. Hit OK. Let's go under here, under texture. Let's find, click on the folder to locate our downloaded surface. Hit on add, go to downloads. Where are our downloads? Go to downloads. I'm going to increase the viewing to large icons. I think I'm interested on this one. Hit OK. Then OK. There we go. I'm not sure with this. Yeah, this is on basic engine. Let's hit OK. Let's apply it first, and then we can make a decision based on that. Let's say this to timber cladding. Right. It looks dark. It looks black. Let's find, I don't know why it looks. Okay, let me download this one. Can I find something lighter? Not dark. Let me change the keyword to cladding. Yeah, I think I might find something interesting. Let's go for this one. Thermal modified. Let's download. Right. Go back to our ArchiCAD, and I'm just going to go back to the surfaces. I'm going just to override the one that I just created, which is sliding. Let's just load a different texture. Load this one. I think this one also looks better. Let me check. Okay. Okay. Let's see it. Not bad. I think I may like this one. Let me just leave it to this one. Okay. I think I have also a question for the roof finish. Let's open its object. Let's change the standing stream to corrugated or trapezoid. It's not bad. It's not bad. Can I change the to 2? Yes, I can change to, but it will be big. Okay, let me leave on this one. All right. Let's now place some openings to our building, and then we can come and later define our edges like this. Place some gutters and the like. All right, let's go to the ground floor, and I want to start with the sliding. Is this sliding or folding doors? This looks like sliding, folding. No, they are sliding doors. Okay, go to the design tool palettes, open the door tool, open its settings, under linked library 26 doors. Let's find sliding. I'm gonna scroll down here to let's find something we can use. Yeah, something with pain. Select this and go to sliding door settings. Check. I think let's set to 2 sliding sleeves or 3. And then change the 3D detail to full resolution, as well as the 2D detail to a scale sensitive. Or just say, let's just say 1:200 also needs to show 1:50. Right. The handle to be this. Right, let's move on to the find yes, when you come here, I'm going to set the frame width dimensions. The first part is going to be 80, the upper part as well is going to be 80. I'm going to make everything 8 like that, and then what else can I set? Okay, I've decided to go with something different in terms of the handle. We can go with this one. Let's move on to, I think I'm interested on the model attributes, where I'm gonna set the surfaces. Let's make the surfaces to be uniform, and then change this to, we go for timber, or should we go for timber? Let's go for metal aluminium. Going for metal aluminium for everything, and then I'm going to go again under this model attributes from fixtures and fittings. I don't want to see the casing. Taking out the casing, and let's go to floor plan and section. Turn the show reveal on symbol by, let's say, always, and set. I think everything is fine, and hit OK. We need to place where our walls go to first. Oof. I'm not seeing our walls on the ground. Okay, let's do it on 3D. What? That is going to be a problem. I think it's because it's the issue here. Get the reference, the offset height as well. So let's fix that. Okay, to fix this, let me say, what is the offset height for this? Is copy it, do that. Go back to our door, paste it here, and then hit enter. It should show. It doesn't show. Where is it? There we go. It's here. We want it to be. Why it's not going up? let's set the base offset from the ground. I'm having a challenge with these doors. Let's see what we can do. The problem is obviously is the story heights, because it's placed on the ground floor. It wants to remain at this level. So now I need to relink it. Maybe let's go to up and then still use. Wow, that is going to be a problem. So I cannot raise this guy to the level that I want. Okay, I've managed to, all right, managed to use the elevate tool. Seems working. Okay, so the width of this is supposed to be around 5 meters. Yeah. I think it's 8 meters. And then let's change the, I'm looking for the, yes, for the door settings and opening. I want to make it, the 2 is fine. So only that I need to change the width of this, to maybe 4 meters. There's always 4 meters. Oh, it only changes the width. What? Okay, let me just do it manual. The door leaves doesn't want to change. What? I want to change the door itself instead of okay. For this, I have created some sliding door presets. So let me go to the library and load those. Let's go here. I have sliding doors supposed to be here. I don't have a library for sliding door. What I did. Let me open it so that I can show you how to. But this has to be. I don't know why it's not. It doesn't give me the option to increase the leaves width for the door, and that is a hell of a problem. Make this 2 meters. Say 2 as well. No way this should happen. No way. Something is wrong, because Okay, let's try a different door. Let's try a different door. Maybe this one with 2. Let's see. Make it 8 meters. Still the door. I didn't know these sizes are fixed. I didn't know they are fixed. But why are they fixed? Okay, let me go for curtain wall instead of this. I'll go for curtain wall because the sliding doors are not giving me what I want to achieve. Okay, let's try it for the last time. Let me try a different door. Again, 1 sleeve. Where is the width of the sleeve? Let me see. 3 meters or even 4 meters. You see, for this doesn't have any issues to change. Why others are refusing to change? That is the case. Let's check on this one. If you say 8 meters, oh no, I've seen where the problem is. Okay, instead of using this, we can use these points. No, this one is not changing. Why for this is not a okay, this one doesn't have any issues. So if I say this is supposed to be 3.5 and then go back to its settings, let's change the number of leaves to 3. Yes, I think this works better. I can open its settings, go back again and change. Okay, let's 3D detail level, let's make it full. Let's make it 1:50, and then under the model attributes, change the surface to be uniform to metal aluminum, and we are going to remove the casing. Let's get rid of the casing out and casing for the inside. Right, drag it to somewhere here. Yeah, I can increase again the number of leaves. Let's go back to the door settings, 2, 3, and then change the size to 8 meters, something like this. Okay. Change this glass surface under model attributes. The leaf glass, make it, where is glass? Glass blue, glass blue. Right, perfect. Okay, I feel we can increase the size of the side light. Maybe make it 1.5. Yep. Now it looks like a building. So we can go ahead and place other windows. My worry now is I cannot see my walls in the floor plan. So I need to say this, change its layer to general. What can I see? And some 2D objects. You can see my walls are not appearing here. What I need to do is even if I change, everything is active. Let me go to the 3D and then open its settings. Let's say the visibility on floor plan. Under floor plan section, this should show home story only. Right, home story is ground. There we go. They're showing, but not, the representation is wrong. Let's say now floor plan display projected and overhead entire element. If you say cut only, we won't show, because we need to set now our cut to be the height of our, let's say 50, this one is how much? This one is 10,000. Let me change the units to meters. Go to options, project preferences, working units. Let's set everything to meters so that it can cater for the size of, yes, now this is 1000 meters. And I need to set my, go to the element, is it window, two palettes. Let me find three visualization tools, and then there is what I'm looking for. Is it under options? I want to set the height, the cutting height of the floor plane, because that will help us to cut our walls and represent them accordingly. So I think it should be under floor plane, cut plane, yes, and it should be, say, the height should be 1500 meters. That will be the cutting plane for ground. And now our walls are not even showing. Let's go back. Let's see, 1100 meters. There's nothing as well. What if we say this? Symbolic cut. Oh, but I need to show correctly. Entire element to floor plane range to absolute limit. Wow, this is a problem, guys. You can see thank you very much. I've managed to sort out this issue. As you can see, I think what I did is that I changed the floor plan display to symbol cut instead of cut only or projected. So that's the changing, the turnaround of this. So I need now to do for all the walls. I'll select the wall tool, highlight, go back here, I'll change this to that first and go back again, set it to symbolic cut, hit OK. Now they will be showing. Internal roll are not showing. What's the problem? Let's see. Should be guys on symbolic cut. Home story, symbolic cut. Alright, let me apply. Oh yeah. Get inside here. Set these ones as well to symbolic cut. Home story, then symbolic cut. Perfect. Right, let's get rid of the fill in our door floor plan. Let's say go to floor plan and section, uncheck use fields, then hit OK. Oh, we still have one remaining, which is this one. I'll say that. No, must be somewhere. What is the uncut fill? There is a problem here. We have this one. It's unnecessary. Let's get rid of it. Okay, so now we can bring back our layer for the 2D objects general. Date, okay. We have peak parameters of the, I cannot see is this side. I'm looking for the door. Okay, take it from 3D. Peak to the same, to the side. We have some windows here, another windows there. The other windows are on the sides, so let's place those windows. I'll pick a window tool and then come here under the favorites arrow, the bunch of windows we can use here. I'll click on this one, I'll click here, let's stretch it to fill in here. It's on 2.5. Drag a copy to the side by Control Shift D. Right, and then this side we have multiple windows that are smaller. Let's go back to the window tool again and open the favorites. Let's click on this up arrow. I'm looking for small windows. I think under here we can find something. Now let's go back. Maybe there. I think it's this one. This is 600 by 6. Yes. Actually, it's a meter. It's a meter. It's 1 meter by 1 meter. Control Shift D to carry a copy here. This is 1.2. Control Shift D again to carry a copy here. This is 0.9. It's 900. 900. Okay, we have another one there. Let's carry a copy to there. This one looks like this. Yes. Yeah, something like that. I can now hide the layer for the drawing. Yeah. Fillet the edges, so maybe to the right. Okay. All right. I think if you look at the deck, we have to have some. Oh, yeah, we haven't finished yet with the windows. So what we need to do. This one is supposed to be 1.5, not 2. This has to be on the height of the doors. So select on that, move it up to there. Let's go to the size as well. Let's do the same. Drag it to the level of the doors. Okay. From here, what I was trying to say is, because I want to suspend the building from both sides. So if I had to bring everything, let's Control L, then show all. Let's see, show all. What I want is to suspend the building even from this angle as well. Okay, there are two ways of doing that. I can drop a bit the mesh, or select everything in terms of the building, then move it up by, let's move it up by 1 meter. Did you think 1 meter is up? Maybe by 500. Let's say 0.5. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Then we're going to fix our both of our sliding doors. Make it there. Right. Okay, it looks great. I think wow. It's supposed to be a top hang instead of side hang. Let's open its settings under basic settings. Let's find, yes, window settings and opening. This is supposed to be a top hang. Yeah, something like this. I think even this is supposed to be a top hang. The other one is fixed. This is supposed to be a top hang. Something like that. This side as well. The other one is going to be fixed, then top hang. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we need to mirror a copy of our footing to the other side. And before I do that, I still feel this is big. I can make it 0.5, something like this. No, but it should be both 0.5. Then we cannot take a copy here. Let's do it on 3D, or maybe under foundation you can find something. If you go to 3D and set this to be at foundation, let's see what will happen, and then drag it to here. If you go to foundation, you cannot find them. Let's go back. If you come here and then open it, settings under floor plan and section, let's do the same thing, and we're gonna show it on home story, and then set the symbolic cut, then go back. Doesn't show. What is a problem here? Let's open it. Settings again. Here on floor construction line, let's hide the wall layer, then drag a copy of these guys to wait. We drag a copy from the midpoint of the place it there. All right. Yeah, it looks super. It looks super. And then I'm going to wrap around the slab by a profile, a beam profile, a metal beam profile. So I'm going to use a beam, and then let's escape first. Let's open a beam tool, then click on the profile. Should have this C channel. I can do it on the ground floor. Let's hide our drawing. Right click, select it, and hide. Let me draw our beam from here, going all the way like that, and then to finish here. Okay, and then the levels are going to be different for our floor finish. The floor level for, let me just separate this. I'll use a add polygon to cut the like that, so that I can separate these two. These ones are going to be on a lower height, on a lower level than the one on the inside, to avoid water spillage and such issues. Okay, so they're going to be separate slabs like this, and then this is going to be up by maybe, let's say 200. All right, where is it? Let's check it through. Let's make him up by 0.1, yes, by 100. Okay, something like this. Yeah, it makes sense like that. And then let's fix the issue of our beam profile. Where is it? Because we need to use the same offset height. I'll copy it and then select my beams, apply the offset height. I could have changed the units earlier on when I'm starting the project, because I can see now I'm working so efficient with meters instead of millimeters. Millimeters would have a lot of digits. What's going on here? What's going on? Where is our beams? Let's go back. The beams are under manufactured. They are supposed to be under beams. Supposed to be under beams. And then a beam layer should be active. Under floor plans. Activate it, update. Same applies to the whole layer combination. Let's mark you again. Hit F5. We need to see our beam. Where is it? Do you guys have any idea what's going on here? So by construction practicality, this has to go all the way to here, and then same to this one. Yes. And then our wall, let me ungroup. I'll pick this wall, stretch it all the way to here, cover the, yeah, something like that. And then we can do the same to this side. Let's do the same here. Okay, let's fix the issue of the beams, the beam profile. I don't know why it's not showing here. So I can select it, and then let me select as well this slab, and then I'm not gonna isolate it with the slab and try to see where is it. Okay, there we go. They are stuck underneath, as you can see them. Suspend groups. Let's paste. Yes. All right. I think I've learned a lot with manipulating. Oh, it needs to be going. I've learned a lot on this project because I haven't done a project of this magnitude in terms of the height of the contours. This is it's a hill. It's one of the biggest hill in town. So I will be happy with the results. So I still need to select all the beams and then set them to 0. Let's paste, enter. If you say show all in 3D, it should give us all the beams. Okay. I don't know why. Okay, let's now it's disappeared on the, let's right click and hide. Yes, we cannot see our beams on the plane now. Let's go back, open in settings. Let's say floor plane and section. I'm gonna choose home stone only, and then show the, doesn't have the symbol or outlines only. This one we don't need to cut it. Yes, it's there. Let me pick parameters of this, place it there, and place it there. Oh no, we need to mirror it. Let's suspend some group, click on the midpoint and mirror from the pet palette. Then I can pick parameters of this, apply to this one, and apply to that one. Now everything should be fine. No, it's the opposite. Let's see this side. Okay, these ones are opposite, so I will mirror that to out. Same applies to this to out. Okay, right. Now I need to bring them down. Let's bring them down to the center, down here. Let's see, and then this we would have to, I think I can use them in the 3D. I'm going to, yes, offset this edge to here, then offset this edge to there. Same applies to the side. Should be clean now. Yeah, perfect. Now it's cleaning it down, as you can see. Even though we have a little bit of an issue here, but it's not that great. What you can do is unsuspend group and then stretch this down there to cover that. Okay, and then we can apply this to this side as well by transferring the settings. Okay, right. I need to increase the height for this, guys. because I've raised the structure by 500 millimeters. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically how it is. This I will delete. I want to mirror a copy of these two guys. Control Shift M in your keyboard. I will use the center point of this wall. Pull it. Check on 3D. You must have what deck. So what's left now is to place some steps and railings around. So that one it's easy. What we can use is just a slab, or we use a railing. Open the stair tool. Let's check the project starter staircase. Let's go for a metal one. I'll go with this one. Let's open its settings. I want to check on the structure. I want this. Yeah. Okay. I want that structure. Then that. Hit OK. Let's say we start here. I'm gonna have it. Yeah. Something like that. Right click and hit OK. The height I'm going to say not linked. Then check on 3D. Oh wow, I need to raise it. I need to raise the staircase. So what I'll do, I'll select the stair tool and then hit Control A, and then paste that here. Should have a staircase in. So the height here, this we cannot drop it manually like so. Nice one. And then change the height to 0.8. Yeah. Okay. And I can move this to the perfect. I guess now bring it down. Let's bring it down. Bring it down. Maybe 7. Let's do that. Yep. All right. Let's change the material to steel instead of wood. Structure. Let's go down to the flight strings. It's going to be metal or steel. Right. For the stringer, for the landing as well, we want to be steel. These guys as well. Wait, do we need a nosing? Let's go here, check. Yeah, we can add non-slippery. Only material surfaces. The tree is going to be metal as well. We could go for timber if you want, but let's go for metal, steel. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. And we're gonna change the width Let's go back to the settings under stay. Let's make the width 1.5. Good. That looks proper now. Sorry about that. Right, so we need to bring, I don't know, should you allow decking to have a staircase as well, the steps this side, but it looks high. I don't think we should allow it to. If you want to go out to the other side. So now let's place some railing on this side. I'm gonna use the railing. Let's go for railing, and then of course you need to paste our offset height. Okay, and then let's check what we have from the railing favorites. We have nothing. So I'm gonna open its settings. Let's go for, let's place it and see what we have first before we can change the settings. For my layer of this tool has been deleted. Please choose a layer. Let's go for a staircase and drawing. Okay, that week. Check on 3D. We have something like this. I don't think it's bad at all. What we need to do is to turn on the reference line to the inside, or maybe on the center, or inside. Yes, I think this works pretty much cool like that. I don't think we need to have the glass for this type of structure. We don't need glass. I would want to add some inner post. Add here, and then the glass, let's get rid of the glass by removing. Let's see, it went out. We don't have the inner post. The baluster, we add this. Okay, now we have something like this. I don't think it's bad at all. We can reduce the number of the balusters. Maybe set the distance between. Let's see, baluster settings. Maybe we can go for something like that. Let me see. No, this can't work. This one can't work. Yeah, I wanted to change the distance between the elements, so I'm looking for that parameter. I don't see it. Fixed pattern length. Start with baluster pattern. I'm looking for it. I can't see it. What are these posts? Let's hit OK. So I think for the level of detail we provided so far, I think it's really impressive. So we can now focus more on small details, like normally underneath here you have some beams going across to support your floor. You have some beams going down. I didn't put that, but just for the sake of this demonstration, let me get away with it. We need to place some windows. We have 2 windows on the sides. Let me check first what kind of window do we have. Let's say window. Open the favorites. I'm looking for something simple. To this. Yes. Let's raise it to the window height. Set this to 2 meters. the height to 1.5. Yeah, it looks great. Looks good. We can apply this on the other side as well. Let's place it here, go outside, select it, move the height to the window height. Right. I think this one is a bit lower. It needs to be this height. Okay. Right. So there's an issue here that I need to fix for this. This button needs to go. I don't think it has to be there. I'll click on this point and then move it back here. Not bad. Let's do this side as well. Select that. Click on this point. Go back. All right. Looks more interesting. Looks interesting. Okay. Now we need to do the access. There are some steps that we need to have here as you go to the site. But do you think that is necessary with the level that we produce so far? But what I wanted us to do is let's appreciate this as well in a visualization mode. So what I'll do, let's fix the ridge first. We need to cap it. We can use a lot of some elements. Let's just use a beam first and then use a normal beam, or the quickest way is to cut your section. Where is that section? Here it is. And quickly sketch a profile for the beam, for the ridge. What I'll do, I'll just do something like this. The best way is to cut across like that, right? And then select this, add a point here to the top like that, and then click on the point, offset the edge like that, and do it this way. I wanted to drag a copy to offset the copy, and let's turn off our line weight because they're active. I can see. Let's go to view and on screen view options, switch off the line weight so that we can be accurate on this. I want to be there. All right, let's grab a copy by adding offset a copy by, what am I saying? To add a copy, I'm going to pick the point and then offset and then hit Control on your keyboard to add a copy. That's basically what I wanted to say. And then maybe something like that. Could have been 0.1. It was supposed to be 0.1. No. Move it by 1.05. I think it's fine. Yes, it's fine, but it looks still huge. You can drop it there. Yeah, and then what I need to do is to close this guy like that. Let me measure this distance. It's around 400. It's fine. So I'll select this, or I can just use already fill because I'm going to use a complex profile. It works with fields, so let's just place a fill already here. And then let's choose a layer for this. It's going to be a roof. Let's find a roof layer, something like a ridge. There you go. Place it. Yeah. Control C to copy this. Let's go to the profile manager and the options, complex profile, profile manager. I'm going to create a new profile. and then call it a ridge. Oh, sorry, my spelling. Let's call it metal ridge. I'm not gonna duplicate anything. Metal ridge, then hit OK. Let's Control V to place our sketch. Control V. Let's use the center of the screen. Place it there, and then we need to move it to the point, to the origin point. Let's get rid of this first. This is important. The way the reference point is going to determine the position and the placement of this ridge on the model. So I'm going to use this point because it's the midpoint. So let's move it by this point. I'll pick the point here, I mean the move tool there, and then align it by hold shift in your keyboard to it. And then I can also align it from this point again to there. Let's drag this to there, and then we can hit save, and we're going to use it with the beam only. Let's make sure the use with beam is selected, and then save. It has to update our preview here. I think the material is the most important thing as well. Let's set the material to metal or steel like that, and we can also show the layer, I mean the outline, make it 0.1 thick pen, and then save. We're good to go. We can close off now our window for the profile, and then let's go to the roof plane to place our ridge, or we can do it on 3D as well. No, let's just go to the roof plane. I'm going to go to the design tool palette, activate the beam tool, change the structure to a complex profile. Let's search for the newly created ridge, metal ridge, then use this point to there, and then right click and then hit OK. Let's bring our section to make sure it's aligned. You can delete our sketch, it served its purpose. Let's just do that, and then this is our point. Move it there. You see now we can use this point to be there. What do you think? No, it's fine. Yes, perfect. If you check on 3D, it's voila, looks impressive. Okay, it's another detail that is needed. All right, looks great, looks great, looks great. Okay, I can change the graphical override to something, and then appreciate with all views, with all angles, with all angles. I think this footing needs to go all the way down. Let's suspend group and then stretch them down. Okay, we need to make this concrete. We need to make this concrete there underneath surface for the edge, which is this part. Let's make it concrete. It's not the one. Which one is this? Or I can It's not showing. I think it's the, no, I see why. I see why. It makes sense. Let's just leave it there. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, I think I need to increase this window. You can have 2 of this because to add more light, something like this. Yeah. Oh yes, sorry about that. Okay, I want to explore this in Lumion. I'm going to open Lumion software so that we can see how this skin pans out in terms of visualization part. Okay, it looks great. Let's create a new environment, plain environment. I could have used the one for hills because no, but it's fine. It's fine. What I can do, let's go back to ArchiCAD and let's start the live sync. Let's start the live sync and see. I think it must be already loaded there. There's nothing. Let's go back. Why the live sync is not working? Should be. Yes, it's already in. I can minimize the screen, split it into 2 parts like that. Even ArchiCAD, split it like that. So for me it's going to be big. Now I have stored views here that I can play around and see. We can extract very nice views, guys, for this project. Okay, let me maximize this one and see. Let's quickly apply texture to this so that you can appreciate the surfaces and elements. I'll go to metal. Let's go for painted metal for this and edit material. When I make it a bit glossy because it's a metal, just to bring the metaliness of it. Then I can paint it, tint it by, make sure it's something dark like that. I don't know why it's showing all this. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the size of the file. Maybe. And then I can copy the material for this and just use a normal one. Then right, paste to the ridge. Something like this. I don't know why Agents is giving me all this. I think it's because of this terrain. For this one, I can, maybe let's find something interesting in, or I can download the PBR material for this texture, or I can use something that's available in ArchiCAD. Yeah, this is not, no. Let's see. This thing is annoying me. Maybe let's check with the settings it can go. Maybe it's because of the proxy. Then uses proxy. Let's say off. and then hide that into the input system. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Still does the same thing. I haven't experienced this. I definitely assume it's the terrain. So they turn the yes, make this aluminium. This is the metal. Let's make the metal dark. This will be also aluminium. Yes, can make it wood. It's fine. This aluminium. Let's make the aluminium. Or just leave it white. Let's just leave it white. This is timber. We can leave it white. Okay. The floor. It's fine, nothing interesting. Okay. Something goes in line with this. I don't think. Or maybe this. Let's see that. Something related. Okay. Let me explore my views from ArchiCAD. Let's say yes. Make sure the link is live. Let's start with this one. Let's make it camera. Let's go to camera mode. It's been how many? 2 hours, 30 minutes. Let's capture this camera. I'm going to go back. Let's find another view. Maximize this. Capture that. And then I can use the focal length just to bring it closer like that. Same applies to these ones. Yeah, just to give it something like that. Okay. Pretty much the same feel that you get in a natural environment, I must say. Or maybe I think we need to assign this a landscape material, but still does the same thing. What's this? Yeah. I've assigned the materials. I don't know why it's not showing the. But they are there. Let's say it is. It's a tricky one, yes. It's a tricky one. Okay. Yeah, that's basically it. I just wanted to show you how you can quickly explore your design, even if you're not certain or it's not final. You can quickly throw it in Lumion and play around with surfaces, form, views to kind of have a feel of your project. Okay, let's move on. What is left now is to throw in some finishes for this. Okay, let's start with this area here. To start with this table, we don't have a full or a dining table like this in ArchiCAD. You have to assemble multiple objects to achieve this. How do you go about it? So I'm gonna go to the object tool, open its settings. Let's go back to the library and under, sorry about that, click on the, let's scroll up under finishes and open to find a table. I'm gonna go with this. There is a round table that I normally use, this one, round table. What I can do is to set the 3D level to full resolution. If you come here under 2D representation, I don't mind because I control all my settings, my pens, via graphic override combination. So normally things for this I don't normally mind that. Okay, and then what I can do is just to load it and place it here. Let's click on this hotspot and increase the diameter of this. Let's quickly see if it's sitting on the right. No, it's not. We need to, yes, it has to be. Let's reference with the floor, with the slab. Let's copy this 1.1. That's the highest point of the site, 1100 meters high. Let's paste that value here. Okay, if you check on 3D, it should be visible now, your desk. There you go, you can see it. Right, and let's go again, pick the parameters of this, open the objects. I'm gonna go for the chairs now. There is this chair that I'm looking for. This one. I'm gonna go with this. Right. If you come here under this representation, let's set this to full. Or I can just use symbolic because I like to play around with. Most especially we have something. Can we copy that? I don't think so. We don't have it here. But there is a chair that. Wait, there is a chair. There is a chair that I know. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Let's place it. Rotate it. Like so. Now move it here. You can Control-Shift-M to mirror a copy. Vertical like that. And then Control-Shift mirror a copy to the side as well. Then I'll Control-Shift-D to copy this. And rotate it 100%. And mirror a copy vertically. Like that. Let's move this guy inside. Drag this one as well inside like that. Right, now we can group all these elements because they are loose. We need to make them one. Okay. Control-G to group them. Perfect. If we check on 3D, that's our dining table. That's our dining table. Right. Let's go back to move on to the other objects. Here we have a series of couches. We have the rug as well. I can see it. Let's start with the rug. I'll say go back. Let me find. I want to search instead of. I'll say carpet. What? Let's carpet. Let's select it. 3D detail. Let's say full resolution. Let's place it here. I'm gonna move it to the side and stretch to cover the entire length of that. Make sure it's around 11.5. Let's check on 3D. Should be visible here. Right, there we go. And let's go again to the object settings and find couches and sofas. Let's see what we can do here. We have the 3-seater and 2-seater and 1-seater. So I'm gonna go for, do we have that in this one? Can you have a 3-seater here? No. Let's find something else. I think it's this one. All right. Where is the 3-seater? We can go for this one. Let's go for this one. Place it here, but then let's mirror horizontal. Let's go back and place it here. We can stretch to increase its size. There we go. And then I don't know, is it the right one? It doesn't look okay. Either way, I'm just showing you how to do it. Let's open again at settings. Let's go for a 2-seater, but we need to have the same. So gentlemen, okay, let me go with this one. Just gonna place it. Put it. Place it there. Okay. If we check on 3D, it has to be now complete part. Okay. Yeah. You can also check on Lumion. They are updating. I don't know why is this doing that. To be honest, I don't know why it's cutting. Don't know why. Let's see on this view. I'm just looking for the thumbnail of this video. Don't worry, guys. I can give us a bit of rocking. Maybe I can drop it a bit like that. Okay. Let's see if I throw some trees here. Going to go to the content library. Let's find tree nature place. I'm going to find tall trees. I'm looking for tall trees. We have tall trees here. I'm just gonna paint. Oh, sorry. Let's cancel. I'll just reduce. and then reduce the density. Okay, so that when I paint like this, I think the density is still huge, something like that. Yes. Okay, go back to the photo mode and see, can I see the angles that I want? I can open, for example, I can open space for the camera to see. So to see, or maybe either way the camera can see. Let's come here. Zoom in. Let's think. Let's dance. Let's dance. Oh my god. This issue is ruining my day. I don't know why it's cutting the landscape like this. Don't know. Let me know, guys, how to. So I have never experienced such kind of problem. Let me know how you can go about this, because clearly I don't know why is it doing this, or it's because of proxies, but no, I'm disappointed in terms of the finishing of that. But anyway, we've learned a lot, guys, for this video. I thank you if you managed to make it to the end of this video. Thank you for your attention, and if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and like it. If you didn't think it was useful, there's a dislike button here. You can give us a feedback there. So if you think there's someone who benefit from this video, make sure you share it with the rest of your friends, people who think they'll really appreciate this. I'll see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, you've been watching our videos, make sure you do so. We appreciate that, because the algorithm is not our friend. We need to reach a lot of people for us to have that motivation to keep on creating content on this scale. Thank you once again. So everything that I've been using, the material, the templates, the resources, everything is down on the link. Make sure you go there and find whatever you can grab. Thanks. See you in the next video.